You'll crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your...
I just want to end and just put out that I love the fact that, you know, if you imagine if the MCU was doing Shogun, right? In this episode in the MCU world, like Blackfoot and Toranaga would have like sucked each other off, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? And all the female characters would have just taken over and got glowy hands and shit and whatnot and like fought the war themselves and won. Yeah. Right? Like that's what would have happened in the MCU universe. Seriously. Unfortunately. But glad, like, thank God.
Episode 6, I had higher expectations, and how I truly felt about the episode, we will see as we go through this review. Dude, what?
Thank you, Rathacon. Great job.
Drop right there.
No one's gonna marry you, Hernam. Like, you have a beard. No one's gonna date you, Hernam. You have a beard. No one's gonna be your boyfriend, Hernam. You have a beard. You are not.
You have a beard?
To a lot of men. And
I never would have noticed
I'll
it.
get like really feminine men message me, but that's not who I'm attracted to. Hannah, I like really masculine men because
you're picky,
I am
huh?
very soft. I'm so different to what you see, like on TV. You know, on TV.
I've never seen you on TV.
I mean, not, but no. Generally, you'll see, oh, she's strong. She's, you know, what she's talking about is very powerful. Whatever people say, but then at home, I'm very quiet. You know, I'm very feminine. I'm very soft. People don't get to see that side of me. You know.
I can tell. Very feminine.
No, it has been difficult. Where I wanted to be married and have kids, I would never be a single mom. That's not what I've ever wanted.
There you go, Cyber. You gotta love that dramatic music with that.
Thank you. What a great way to start off.
She referred to herself as her, Rathacon, so that is a chick.
Oh, I know. You're interested in her.
I'd stick it to her. She just needs to shave.
Like, wow. Okay, folks. Welcome to the Bleeding Edge live Friday night, April 27th, to discuss the third episode of the Fallout Prime TV series based off of the lucrative video game series. I believe, if I recall correctly, they say that majority of the story they're taking is from the third Fallout game, and so on, is from what I've heard. And you know, I'd never play. I think I've only played 3. I never played the other 2 or the even newer ones. But I remember thinking making this into a TV series, a movie would be really cool, and they have really outdone themselves. I feel, you know, this has been a really fun show so far. Just to kind of give my little bit of iteration on the second episode, since I wasn't there. The last episode was really interesting because we got to know the characters a little better. We got to understand them a little better. And I thought that they did a good job of really kind of expressing kind of getting the feeling from the game very well, I thought. So I thought that the last episode was really fun, and I enjoyed it. So I just had to throw my 2 cents in there for you guys out of that. Anyway, so tonight we're going to be discussing episode 3, which happens to be called The Head. I mean, that end sequence of the last episode where the doctor guy loses his foot after the ghoul shoots him, and then they put that like fake leg on him was like freaking gnarly as hell. That was so awesome. And, you know, then him saying that, you know, they only need my head for you to bargain for your father. I was like, what the hell? Like, that is just freaking crazy because I absolutely love that guy. He's a great character actor. If you didn't recognize him, he was actually in one of the Saw films. He was actually in Saw 1. He plays the orderly that is also playing a game while Carrie Elwes is. So he is one of those character actors that's just really fun. So I thought it was great to see him in this, and I was really sad that he only lasted the couple episodes. But anyways, so yeah, so like I said, this episode is called The Head. And I think we kind of know why this is called, the episode is called The Head, because Lucy's traveling around with a head. So just to go around the panel real quick, you started off. What were your guys' thoughts going into this episode after the finale of the last episode? after her having to cut his head off. What were your thoughts going into this episode? As like, what did you expect to happen next? Starting with you, pop culture guy.
Hey, okie dokie. All right. Well, I was expecting. By the way, love the show. First episodes were awesome. Love the show so much. In terms of expectation, I was just hoping to see, more the universe, seeing a bit more of the Ghoul's background, which was very intriguing, and I wasn't disappointed. So I like how this episode kind of slowly, like this sake, who's this, Walton Galton's character, and seeing, how Lucy, navigate this like wasteland in the Fallout universe, and then plus seeing Maximus and his, now new assistant, that's from,
That is that a drinking word? I think it is. Is it? Yeah, Maximus is.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever you're drinking, folks, whether it be water or soda or coffee or bearded lady's urine, please drink.
Beer? What? No, that's not a word, you fucking moron.
Maximus is a drinking word.
Yes, yeah. Maximus is, but I haven't got over that yet because I wasn't wanting us to start yet.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get fucked up, baby. Let's go.
You will. Don't worry. You are
Let's
a
fucking go,
motherfucker.
Let's fucking go.
Hey, Matt, Ben, let's make him drunk.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
No side chatter, guys. Let's keep it. Let's keep it to who's talking.
Yeah, so overall, I was very happy with this episode where it left us from episode 2. That's all I had to say. And please don't get Jeff drunk. He's going to be a fool and he's going to be out of control, just like a dog.
Okay. Thank you. Ben, same question, sir. What were you expecting going into this episode?
I was honestly just expecting to see how, more so the growth of how Lucy was going to navigate, like kind of along the same lines, how Lucy was going to basically navigate this whole thing. That's basically what my thoughts were with the last episode going into this one. And I mean, the show's been great so far. Me having a very dark sense of humor can really appreciate a lot of the humor that's in this show. Like, it's very graphic, but at the same time, it's so graphic that it and the way that they do it makes it very comedic. It's uplifting, but it's not. It's really interesting. And I love that balance. It's a good show so far.
Excellent. Thank you. Rathacon, same question, sir. Your thoughts going into this episode?
So going into this episode, I was expecting to see Lucy become more like the surface people, like more Raider-like, become more comfortable with the disgusting stuff. And I don't know why. I just thought that episode 3 would be like she actually goes see Moldaver, gives a head, and then one plot's done and we see another plot. But that didn't happen.
Okay, excellent. Jeff, same question, sir. Your thoughts going into this episode?
I was expecting something a little bit more enthralling and entertaining than what we got. I'll put it to you that way. It was a little bit of a, I don't want to say a blip on the radar, but, I wasn't anticipating a filler-ish sort of episode, I guess. And with a title like The Head, I expected at least one blowjob scene or like something involving a penis or, something, the head, right? Oh, should I just said it twice? Oh, wait, you haven't instilled the words yet. So I forgot. My bad. We're not lit on the game yet. No. So I can say it all I want. Head. Bearded heads. Anyways, and yes, I am jealous of that bearded chick because I wish I could grow my beard out like that. Maybe we can switch. Instead of face off, it can be beard off, But we'll have to see. I have to talk to Travolta and, and whatnot and everything and see if Nick Cage should help me out with all that. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, I expected pretty much what we got for the most part, except for the gulper creature really popping up. I didn't expect that. I wasn't sure we get all that. And, that was interesting. So I'd say that it did not meet the expectations I had for the first 2 episodes. But it met essentially what I kind of expected for the most part from the show so far. Just a little bit slowed down.
Okay. Matt, same question, sir?
Yeah, it's interesting that you say it's a filler episode, Jeff, because I think it's probably an episode that needed to happen. We needed to get more backstory, especially around the Ghoul, and find out why he became, and because there's that mystery, especially with the thumbs up, and a lot of this starts getting answered in this episode, which I think then lays the groundwork from episode 4 to really take off, that we don't need to focus so much on it. But you're right. I probably expected with the pace that the first couple episodes went at, probably was expecting it to be maybe a little bit more up tempo, the episode 3. But The Last of Us in episode 3 introduced us to Bill and Frank, so it took a massive divergence there. So maybe they're just copying the formula and saying that the third episode is going to be the one that throws a bit of a curveball. But I think it's obvious now that each time that Lucy meets someone, she ends up alone. I think it sort of also setting that premise that no matter what happens, there's a big chance she's going to be doing this whole thing on her own. So I think that, having to chop the head off old Ben from Lost, and, when you think that they're going to be able to do this together, that I'm interested to see what's in the head. I thought it was a good episode. I enjoyed it, but it was a little bit slower than the previous 2.
Excellent. Thank you, Matt. Great job. Excellent, folks. All right. So we are now going to get into the meat of the episode. So here is where we're going to install the drinking words for the night. So if you are out there watching, or those that are participating here on the panel, no matter what you're drinking, the words will be Maximus, Ghoul, or Howard, because the Ghoul is referred to Howard several times too as well. Or also the head is referred to as well. So we'll go with those words tonight. I think those are sufficient enough to get anybody drunk off their ass, because they're going to be used quite a bit, I can foresee. So those are the drink waves, people. So keep your eyes out. Keep your ears out. You will be drinking. All right. So the episode starts off with a backstory, as Matt had mentioned, how this episode is more of a kind of a story filler, as it would be more like, giving us that background that we really need to understand the characters better. So we get this backstory of the Ghoul drink. Of course, prior to the nuclear blast that we saw in the very first episode. And he is working on the TV show he worked on. And we got to get this backstory of him, his wife, his daughter, and kind of his attitude in his relationship, how he was prior to becoming, the character he becomes. And basically we have that going on, and we get that brief little kind of like interlude to it. And then it comes to present day, where he finds the body of the doctor missing its head. And basically him and the dog end up following the trail to try to find where the head is gone, because he's still trying to get the bounty, even though it's just the head. Oh, Drake. Still to get that bounty he wants to get. So that's pretty much like kind of like the first, like, I would say that was a good, like, at least 10 minutes, that backstory and that present day presentation. So as they go on off, it switches over to Lucy, where she has the head, Drake.
Head is such a dirty word.
Well, you can interpret it any way you want, sir. Head. Oh, that was 4 drinks. Sorry, guys.
You need to be careful with that, sir. I'm starting off with a very high alcohol content beverage here, and then moving on to something.
And whose fucking fault is that? No bitching. Anyways, so we come across Lucy. She with the body part that she has cut off of the body, and she basically, ends up deciding to put a tracker into it. So in case something happens where she loses it, she'll be able to track it. Because hence, like we saw at the end of the last episode, Doctor says the only thing they really need is what knowledge is in my head. So, drink. And so she decides to put this tracker in it, and we see her do that. And then that's when it goes over to Maximus. Drink. Where
Did you design your outline purposely around the drinking game to curve to Just a question, sir.
No, I didn't.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, and you sound so echoey right now because you're using the camera thing again. So,
Am I?
Yeah.
Did I switch? Okay, sorry.
Apparently, I guess. But anyways, so as we get to Max, now you don't have to drink if I say Max or anybody says Max. It has to be the full name. So just FYI for people there. So Max, we go back to where we left him after the suit had been damaged with this fight with the Ghoul. Drake. And basically we see him, he pulls it up with some chains to get it to stand up, and he's basically messing around with it, seeing what's wrong with it, and see what needs to be fixed in order for the suit to work again. So he finds out what piece is broken and what needs to be fixed, and he makes his way into town. And when he gets into town, he finds like a blacksmith almost in town to fix it. And he asks how much will it be to be able to fix it, and the gal says 4 caps. And so he reaches down his boot, pulls out, 5. It's 5 caps. And he reaches down the boot and he pulls out 4. He's like, "Can you do it for 4?" And she looks at it like for a brief second, goes, "No." So all of a sudden he looks over and he sees a dentist place, and the dentist place says, "We'll buy teeth." So he makes his way over to the dentist place, and he's back like a few minutes later, and with 5 caps. And he's like, "I'll give you an extra cap if you do this really quick." She literally takes it, saws it barely, and it's done. And he just looks at her like, "What the fuck?" Like, it was absolutely like the greatest impression ever. It was just like his look was on point, like perfect for that scene. And so he's like, you can tell he's definitely irritated about this. He's like, "What the hell's going on?" Apparently, the gay side of Jeff was coming out, people, just to let you know. So, anyways, so he goes back to put the piece back in the thing. And when he gets back there, there's a whole bunch of this gang around it, trying to mess with it, trying to open it. And so he goes over, and of course, he starts to try to battle them. And he ends up getting into a fight with them, and they beat him up. And after they beat him up, they go back over, they keep messing with the suit, and they're able to get it open. And so as they're doing that, all of a sudden he basically kind of regains some strength, picks up a piece of metal and starts bashing them. And he's able to fend off a couple of them with the piece of metal he has. And he gets to the machine, and he's able to somehow reach his hand into one of the arms, and then puts his hand on one of the guys' head and crushes his head and explodes. Oh my God, that was so freaking cool. That was just awesome looking. And he ends up doing that, and the other guys are just they scatter because they can see what he can do. And so they're like, their expression was like perfect too. They just like all scattered and stuff after he did that. He's like, what? And he's like, of course, after he does that, he's like, he's all beat up and stuff, but he's like, stuff like that. And so then after that happens, he, had killed that one guy, and you got to see a good image of that guy's head blown up. It was pretty cool. Anyways, okay, so let me just okay, yep. Okay, yep. What's that? Okay. Then that's when, as he's kind of like trying to regain his composure, basically started to get going, to get back in the suit. All of a sudden, there's a copter that comes out of nowhere and drops off somebody, which happens to be Thaddeus. And Thaddeus happens to be, if you remember in the first episode, we saw Maximus, Drake, was one of the guys beating him up. So he sees that he's coming, that they're dropping off a new squire, and basically he rushes to get back in the suit so that he doesn't know that it's him that's in the suit. So he gets back in it, and he ends up popping up, and he basically says, I have been sent by the academy to be your new squire, and basically I'm here to fulfill the duties that of Maximus Drake couldn't fulfill. And basically ends up saying that giving him new orders too as well, that are different than what the original parameters were for when Maximus and Titus were going out on their mission. Drake. All right.
Holy shit.
Drop my outline. Anyways, so we'll stop there with the introduction of Thaddeus. So what are you guys' kind of your thoughts on that section of the episode? What did you think about the backstory on Howard? What did you think about that fight sequence with Maximus, and what were your thoughts on kind of the brief kind of Lucy scenes we also got in between there, and just overall your thoughts on that section? I'll start with you, Ben.
Honestly, for me, it was good character building. I mean, I know people have been saying it's kind of a filler episode, but I think it's an episode where it's really helping us to really get to know the characters, like the little bits of Lucy, Maximus showing us his strength and what he can do, and that whole fight scene, which was epic, by the way. And then just this whole section just setting up the episode, and also setting up the characters for later on down the line, I feel.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. Rathicon, same question, sir.
So just a few things. First, that intro where we first see Coop and his wife, or should we call him Howard? You know, that's a drinking word. I said Howard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when we first see Howard and his wife,
I just think of the bearded lady every time I look at you.
Wait, what? Okay. So it was so interesting how when they first were talking, it's like as if, he was just flirting with some random lady. Like the way how they made it all was just like impeccable. And then suddenly when you see the daughter come in, it's like, oh, that's the wife. That was just like epic. And then second, when the director was talking to Coop, and Coop was like, was confused. He's like, do I really have to shoot this guy? And then you see the director, he has this clear vision. He says that he wants to tell a story about a new America and a character who can show up when the chips are down and just shoot them in the head. I'm just like, that sounds a lot like the Ghoul after the whole explosion.
Great.
I just found that interesting. The stuff happens in the past just happens to overshadow or predict how he's going to end up today. And I'll leave the rest of the scenes to all you guys.
All right. Andres, your thoughts, sir?
Yes. Okay. So this part was very exciting to see Mr. Goggins in the flesh, and it was very intriguing because about the difference of him shooting the person, because he's very old traditional Hollywood star, like back in the day where like you usually try to the rest the good guy, the bad guys, and it was very intriguing to see this new wave of like, oh no, they want to see them to be dead, and that's very intriguing, parallel to him now than to the future, where he just gun blazing and killing everyone, like a bad guy basically. So I thought that was really cool, and yeah, I agree with you. Was it Jasmine that this is my second
Jasmine?
Oh god. Oh god, I'm sorry. Oh, god.
Just say
That's a that.
Oh shit!
I'm just a pop culture guy.
What's the song from the Aladdin soundtrack?
Listen,
Let's see
Oh,
it.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
his strength is not pronouncing fucking names. All right.
Yeah,
He means
yeah.
well.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I know.
Oh my god.
I'm just playing around here.
Gone. Oh my god. Don't support
There we go,
that.
call me Raph.
Yeah, Raph.
Every time he says that, it reminds me of Jasmine, the tranny you see on our show. I'm like,
my
Jasmine?
No. Raph, don't
Ever
ever-
heard that?
A whole new world.
I'd buy that album, Matt.
I'd buy that for $1.
I was about to
I'd buy that for $1.
wrong show, guys.
Oh,
Settle
God.
down, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Just quietly, can we make a decree now that his name is not the Wrath of Khan now? It is Jasmine. Forever and a day.
It is going to be Jasmine from
I
now
am
on.
so sorry, God. I'm so sorry. Matt. I
Blame the
I
pop
no
culture
longer-
guy for the Jasmine.
Yeah, you can blame
And
me.
it's
I'm
Worst
so
part
sorry.
is not even drinking.
Yeah, I'm not even drinking. I'm drinking Gatorade, water, and carrots and Brussels.
Wow.
So I'm the healthy one.
You're drinking carrots? How the fuck you drink a carrot?
You can juice
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Keep
so-
cooking, Andreas. Keep
What is
cooking.
it, like
cooking,
some
So-
old school cartoon shit? You just stick a straw into the carrot and then suck?
Drinking
Yeah.
carrots.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I mean, you can drink carrots. You know that it's healthy, and I've seen healthy people.
Yeah, from
Nowadays,
Costco, we know.
drinking
Yeah,
carrots.
Costco.
I've never seen
Yeah,
a human being drink a fucking carrot.
I don't know. Hey, I saw Willem Dafoe do it in John Wick. Like he mixed that vegetables. That was a weird drink.
Well, adding missing is a whole other thing. But anyways, let's go back
Yeah,
to the Fallout episode 3. But I'm just saying,
episode
just
3.
drinking a carrot is very difficult.
Yeah, I know. My friend did it, and he turned into a monster. Anyway, that's another story and timeline. Anyway,
Turned into Jasmine.
Oh yeah, he did. Fortunately, so sad.
At least
He
he
will
didn't
remember.
turn into a bearded lady.
No. Not different way. Not a beer lady. More a monster, not a beer lady. Anyway, so it was cool to see. Rewatching this episode again, I was kind of confused that that was his wife, because they were flirting, as Mr. Waff of Khan here, as said before. And I was like, oh yeah, and and then obviously the kid came in. I was like, oh okay, this is family, and it was really cool. Hint, for this episode, what the costume he wears, because it's really a great foreshadow of what come towards the end of the episode, which is nice. And then getting back to Lucy, I love the actress that plays Lucy, Elle Parnell. That's her name. Great actress. If you haven't seen Leather Jackets or one of Tim Burton's movie, The Miracle of Cherlin, that was like my first time watching her. Like she's an incredible upcoming actress, and I thought that she's been great as Lucy. And I thought it's kind of funny how she tenders the head, which is so funny. It's like she had no problem sticking that tracker in her nose, which was gross. And then, yeah, well, thanks a lot, Jeff. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. Anyway.
Fuck you too. Fuck you.
No, fuck you too, sir. And anyway, so that was really nice. And then, of course, Maxim, drink. Oh, Maximus.
Oh man. If I end up smashing a bearded lady tonight, I blame you, Cyber.
Anyway,
That's fine, whatever.
Max. Yeah, Max, you love the bearded lady, so you'll be fine. Anyway, Max, doing his thing, trying to fix the thing. It was funny that he took, I really dug the universe about the caps as like the currency in this now post-apocalyptic future. And so that was, very neat to see that. And I know that's from the games. And, it's crazy that lady say, like, you need to have 5 caps to do it. It's like, come on, dude. Like, work for this person. It's 4 caps. That's enough, right? No, he has to go over to this random place that takes his tooth and, like, they'll pay him. And he did it. So that was crazy. I find it very funny that of all the people from his, Brotherhood of Steel, they picked the one that bullied him, which was funny, because he's like the funniest character in the series when we get to the other episodes. So yeah, I agree, everyone. It is a very filler episode, but I think this beginning part was very important to like sow the seeds of who is the Ghoul, and then like the overall Fallout universe, and then plus this seeing the ins and outs of what's going on with our 2 other characters, the Lucy and Max. So I dug this opening.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. All right. Jeff, same question, sir. Your thoughts on that section?
On the trailer promo, I've got the trailer, but I have 2 big video clips, Cyber. I've got the fight from episode 1 with Max and the Ghoul and Lucy shoot it out. I've got that one, and then I've got the I've got a good scene from episode 3 too. That's like 3 minutes long. And then I got the trailer as well. So you let me know what you want, sir. All right. I've got everything in a bearded lady.
All right.
So basically, I like if my Fallout universe or dimension, I would want used condoms to be the currency. You know what I'm saying? Instead of caps, use condoms. Like, what I'm saying? As the currency, that would be dope. That would be really Fallout. Like, what's more?
You don't want new condoms as the currency?
Let's fucking go, baby. Use condoms as currency. Let's do it. Let's go.
Used.
Hey,
is it the more full they are that the more they're worth?
Yes, sir. The fat load ones are worth an extra.
That's like $100, but like like your 4th load, the little one where you're blowing air.
Oh yeah,
it's only like for you guys like a nickel.
If it's only like a little baby nut in there, whatnot, that's not even a full dollar. That's actually like a partial dollar. People don't like that. No, it's gotta be a full nut. But either way, yeah. I'm sure I'm just a pop culture guy. Time Lord has probably been into the dimension where they have the used condom currency at some point. But either way,
no, it's parrots or shoes and ties.
Oh, parrots as the currency. Yes, sir.
Especially ones that he can drink.
Fuck you, Steve from Bumble. Fuck you.
There you go. So think about that. Parrot currency. Fuck you, sir. Anyway, sir. So Ella Purnell is dope as shit. I don't care. Like, whatever she's been in, she must have been good at it. Right? Like, seriously. I doubt she was not good. Because she kills it, in episode 3, right from jump. The flashback scene was really well done. I really enjoyed it. I love seeing I love it just like with Shogun, or I love seeing opening episodes start off with flashback scenes. Right? When it's done well, it's a really great way to start off an episode. I love that mix of giving you the backstory, right? During the story, in the beginning of an episode, while then yet displaying the real time, right? Of the story. afterwards. I enjoyed that dichotomy. You know, just like I only enjoy my bearded ladies shaved. But no, basically, I love that. I love the fact that Goggins gets to be two different characters in the series, right? That's a cool duality, you know? He gets to switch in between the two different characters. And from what I understand, he was actually involved in the actual, like, not just production, but creation of the series. Like, you know, like he had an inside track and was actually a part of the group of people that put the show together. You know, he not only like stars in it, but essentially, are we doing like high fives? Like internet high fives? Okay. High five. Was Ben
No,
dipping?
Ben had to leave.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought we were high fiving. All right. Anyway,
Ben's got to go bank some currency.
I was about to say Ben's got to go create some more children. You know what I'm saying? That would be very useful when they use condom currency dimension. Obviously. Peace out, man. We love you, bro. You were gone so quick. But no, I love the flashback. It's always good to see interracial marriages. Really positive. I'm really okay USA on that, right? You know, it's always a good thing. And that actress that plays you know, the G-Man's wife from back in the day is fine as hell, too, by the way. So that was a really good segue. I loved how he really didn't want to have to shoot the fucking dude, right? He's like, that's not me. I'm not that guy. You know, I don't do all that. And the guy's finally just like, look, man, I need you to shoot the fucking guy in the head. All right? That's what we need. It was dope. I love that throwback. In terms of the rest of the initial part of the episode, the only thing I would probably also say would be that I enjoy the actor that plays Max. I think he's pretty solid. I think it's Aaron Molden that plays him, but he's pretty solid. It does add some pretty solid humor watching him try to pull off this whole, like, having stole the knighthood deal or whatever, whatnot, and all that. You had to figure that shit wasn't going to just, like, play off so really smooth. You know, that transition of just taking over. I don't think that's how it usually works in the Brotherhood of Steel. You know, like, you don't just, the Squire doesn't just usually take over the power armor and shit and whatnot and go on his own. So he's, like, kind of learning his lessons as he goes. So that's interesting. He seems to get his ass beat pretty regularly. So he takes it pretty well. You know, like he got pretty fucked up, you know, and managed to like handle that pretty well. So I thought pretty highly of that. He's really durable guy. Definitely a fighter. And I'll stop right there because I'm, you know, already fucking starting to get intoxicated and can't remember my cutoff line.
Jesus Christ. You could have gone all the way to when Thaddeus showed up, but you're fine there.
I'll go for round 2, baby. I'll go 60-minute man on you. I will.
Yeah, I don't want you to go 60-minute
man.
No.
See, Thaddeus was a good he was a great interjection into the show, back into the episode, back into the series. That's one highlight of episode 3 is throwing him in the mix. He had some interesting chemistry. Let's just say between him and Max. I really enjoyed him. And watching these squires throw around that bag is fucking hilarious.
Definitely. Thank you, sir. All right, Matt. Your thoughts on that section of the episode, sir.
Yeah, I really like the backstory of our main guy, the Ghoul. I think that seeing him dressed in his cowboy outfit, which is the Vault-Tec colors, is pretty cool, which means that it seems that they've got their fingers in a lot of pies, old Vault-Tec. And I did really enjoy the back and forth between him and his wife, and that we didn't quite know who she was until the daughter turns up. I thought that was really cool. I really like that. Well, the head. I tell you what, the head is degrading really quickly. It's really becoming a moldy piece of cheese very fast. I'm not sure it's going to make the whole travel in one piece if it keeps sort of disintegrating at its rate because it's really only a day and it already looks like it's, as someone said, it looks like a Michael Myers mask. Looks shocking. But and then obviously Maximus. Sorry, have a drink.
Great.
I think he's obviously really the only outwardly
Drink, Andres.
comic part of the show. Like his whole.
I don't care if you're eating.
He's eating carrots. Leave him alone.
Nope.
He's the only. While there's a lot of dark humor from the rest of the cast, I think that Maximus is the only true sort of slapsticky, funny character in the show, and obviously the fight is great, and he is pretty much useless, Maximus, but he seems pretty tough. Like he doesn't quite know what he's doing, but he does sort of know how to handle himself, which is surprising that he got flogged so much in the early episodes back at the Brotherhood. He looks like he can handle himself, and he may have been holding back. But when he does finally fight his way back into the suit and pops that guy's head like a pimple, that was amazing. And the irony is dripping that he then sees that it's Thaddeus is going to be the squire, and you know that shit is going to get really bad for him possibly moving forward. I think it's a really good opening to the episode. I think that Jeff, I didn't really get what you were saying about there being showing the backstory and going back in time. I think Andre can explain to all of us what the time shift part of it was probably better. He might be the only one that understood it, but I tend to agree though. I think that this is the episode that needed to happen. We needed to find out why the Ghoul is the way that he is. And I think that this is starting out to lay the ground. We're seeing the thumbs up. We're seeing a couple of things happen that's starting to lay some groundwork as to why he is the person he is now. It's also interesting to see that we see him take the inhaler for the first time. And we see that he's actually sick. Like, this isn't something it looks like it will kill him eventually, what he's got. But he obviously needs the medicine to keep him going. So that's quite an interesting plot point as well, that's the first time we really see that, apart from back at episode 1 where the lines are going into the grave. So we're thinking it must be something similar to that. Yeah, but a cool start. I think this is a good episode, even though it's a little slower.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Great job. Thank you. Everyone did a great job. All right. So, as of right now, Jeff is in the lead with 1,000,000 points. Andres in second place with 9. And then Rathnicon and Matt in third place, respectively, with 5.
What was that, Matthew? Were you complimenting how great of a job I did with my talk about the flashback and all that and whatnot? Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
It was a compliment. Oh, look, because I destroyed you so completely in episode 1, I'm just giving you a little bit of rope to showcase your skill set.
I see. Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
That was 9 million, Andres. 9
my
million.
My mate thinks it's because he smoked me one time on the panel. Now he's got carte blanche to OK USA my ass left and right. Okay, USA. I got you, bro.
I've seen what happens to people that don't tread lightly. I've been on panels with you and you've pulled people in the line. I'm here. I'm just part of the team. I'm just part of the team.
I'm innocent. Stop.
Vault 33. Vault 33. We're all Vault 33.
There you go. Excellent job, guys. All right. So, Jeff, why don't you share some of that footage with us, sir, to get people re-enticed about what we're talking about here?
I was thinking about Ella Purnell and fucking her and whatnot. Everything. I thought you were going to say, Jeff, why don't you fuck Ella Purnell? I was going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll do that. No problem.
Wait, she's married to someone else, man.
Had me all crossed up.
Hasn't stopped him before.
That's okay. in the movies, it's all good. There is no,
True.
So are you going to save those condoms for when the nuclear attack happens?
Excuse me, sir. I'm playing video clip.
There you go, folks. A little bit of the gobbler for you guys. There you go. Anybody else think that looks exactly like an axolotl? Like, it looks exactly like an axolotl. Like I think that's what they used as the design for this creature, just made it bigger and like it got nuclear exposed or whatever. But it totally, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, that looks like an axolotl. I'm like, what the hell?
What do I have in common with the fucking thing? That creature is Jeff? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, Andres.
Yeah, those little fingers that was in the mouth, like reminded me of you, and then like the eyes, I was like, oh my god, that looks like Jeff. If you put the glasses on, exactly. It looks like you. This is not that bad. I thought the creature was cute.
You got fingers in many pies, Jeff. That's what it means. Lots of fingers in many pies.
I really don't. Honestly, I'm telling you, I swear, if I've ever fucked a married woman or whatever, whatnot, my entire life, she lied to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I fuck everything else but them. You know?
There you go, folks. A little true knowledge for you.
Yep.
All right, excellent, guys. Okay, so moving on.
Apparently, I'm that creature now. What the fuck is that?
Apparently,
the ghoul won't shoot people in the head. Jeff won't fuck married women. We've all got our lines in the sand. There we go.
All right, so after that we go back to Lucy on her travels. And as she goes there,
Lucy,
as she moves her way, she comes across a little fawn. She sees and she like tries to go over. It's like, oh hi, little fawn. And all of a sudden, something grabs it and pulls it out from where she's looking at it, and that's when she encounters the gobbler for the first time. And as that's happening, unfortunately, the gobbler grabs a hold of the backpack that has the head in it and gobbles the head. And so she basically is sitting there, leaving there after the gobbler has taken it and has gone back down. She kind of tries to make her way a little bit into the water to see where the hell it's gone. She's tracking it because she put that tracker in it. And that's when the ghoul pops up. Drink. So he pops up, pulls a gun out, asks where the head is. Oh, drink. She basically says that, I don't know what happened to it, all this kind of stuff. And then he realizes that the gobbler got it. And he kind of like smirks and, stuff like that. And basically starts to, make his way back up to her. So that, yes. So it pans away from that and we go back to Vault 33. And while we're down in Vault 33, we come across basically Lucy's brother and the other guy that we saw when she left the compound that she knocks out, being reviewed by the board there down in Vault 33. And so after the one guy comes out, Lucy's brother goes in, and basically they're like reviewing him, or more like interrogating him, kind of. I feel it's not really more of a review; it's more like interrogation, I feel. And basically, they come up with the solution that he's never happy with any of the assignments he's given, and he doesn't like any of the assignments he's given, and he kind of loses interest in them and stuff like that. Never lasts very long, and so they're like, "Well, we got another opportunity for you to try." So basically, he ends up getting put on food duties for all the outsiders that they captured and kept captive there after they came down to try to, destroy the vault. So he gets put onto that duty, feeding them their grub and stuff like that, which I thought was interesting. And basically, he gets assigned to that. And we see like briefly him like interacting with some of those people. Then we go back to Maximus and Thaddeus. Drink. Basically on their travels looking for the body or the doctor guy. And basically on their way there, they they have kind of like interaction with each other and have a conversation at one point where Max asked him about himself. Pretended to be Titus, the actual guy that was played by Michael Rappaport, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. That was Michael Rappaport. Very short role for him. I thought that was hilarious how short it was. And basically, Thaddeus tells him that he basically picked on him because he felt picked on, and that he felt that made him look cooler and stuff like that, and that really Max wasn't really that bad of a guy, and he actually envied him and stuff like this, and basically kind of have this warm moment where like they kind of get to know each other and start to have less bad feelings about each other. And Thaddeus kind of shows a nicer side of himself versus what we saw at the very first part of the episode, in episode 1. So after that, we go back to the Ghoul drink with Lucy, and he's starting to tie her up and stuff like this, and put ropes around her and stuff. And all of a sudden, reels her up and then drops her in the water. They basically are having a conversation like that. He is like torturing her, and he's talking about actually a torture. And as we saw in that clip, he's like, "This is not torture, honey. I'm using you as bait." So he's basically using her as bait to get the gobbler come back so that he can get the head. Drake. And in the process of that, he ends up getting the gobbler to come. He comes back. He starts to try to eat Lucy. Lucy fights back, and she ends up grabbing his bag that has his med stuff in it, and she uses it to smash on the outside of the gobbler, and it gets the gobbler to stop and let go of her foot that it's trying to eat. And basically, after she fends it off, and the gobbler goes away, after the Ghoul drink is like stabbing it and stuff, he notices that his backpack has been used, and sees that all the medicine in it's broken. He's all pissed off, and so basically he ends up after that he ends up taking Lucy as a hostage after that, because he figures if he doesn't have the head drink, he's got something else that he can bargain with. So then we go back to Max and Thaddeus, who, as we saw in that clip, are making their way. They have found the body of the doctor and see that it's missing its head. They make their way. Thaddeus is using the gyroscope and stuff like that to track where they're going, or looking for certain signatures of radiation or whatever. And during this process, they end up having them getting to where the lake is, and they're in the lake, as we saw in the footage there. And basically, the gobbler starts coming their way and attacks them, and we see that fight, which ends up with them killing the gobbler, and basically Max saving Thaddeus's life and him being thankful for it. So after Thaddeus and Max have killed the gulper, we go back to Vault 33, where the whole clan is together and they're discussing what to do with the prisoners. And so basically they're throwing out ideas, and then at some point Norm, who is Lucy's brother, says to kill them. Let's do exactly what they would do to us. Let's kill them. And so as they're saying that, the panel there is not agreeing with them. They're saying, no, we can't do that. That's not right. Blah, blah, blah. And then that's when briefly we have that one other Vault person come up and tell everyone, we only got water that's good for 2 months, and then we're out of water. And so basically, I think that idea of killing the prisoners is going to start becoming more of a thought, becoming more reality than they think. Because maybe Norm has an idea there, because we only have 2 months of water. because the tanks were destroyed and were broken and stuff during that invasion we saw in the very first episode. Then that's when Max and Thaddeus, we come across them again briefly.
Is there such thing as a 60-minute man dialogue?
No.
With moderating?
No.
I'm just wondering. Okay.
Just be quiet. Just be quiet.
My bad.
Mr. Drunko. Okay. So as they're making their way there, after they have killed Max and Thaddeus have killed the gobbler, they realize that they have found the head as well. Drink. That's when we return to Lucy and the Ghoul making their ways, and she's like trying to like talk him out of what he's doing. And in the process of that's when he has basically another backstory that pops up of him basically becoming a spokesperson for the vault that the vault people are using that were being created before the nuclear explosion happened. And so he actually reluctantly takes part in this, like to advertise it with his career that he has, because his wife happens to be a top exec of the vaults. So they end up showing that he's making a commercial, and the episode basically ends with this flashback where it shows him kind of pulling you in to figuring out what more. If his wife's a part of this vault people, these vaults that the vault people are using, what is more of his story? And it kind of leaves you off kind of like on a cliffhanger, wondering what actually was going on with the Ghoul or Howard at that time. Drink. And that's how the episode ends. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the latter half of the episode? What did you think about the conversation between Thaddeus and Max? What did you think about the Ghoul using Lucy as bait? What did you think of the gobbler? What did you think about kind of like the little stories we saw as the time went on during these kind of the two main kind of storylines of this episode? And what were your overall thoughts on the episode leading up to the end with the flashback again of Howard kind of becoming like a poster child for the vaults? Let's start with you, Rathicon.
Sweet. Thank you, Cyber. So I will say that during the scene when Thaddeus and Maximus were like talking, Thaddeus was saying how like he used to bully Maximus. One thing that I did not hear is whether Thaddeus had anything to do with Maximus's transgender friends. Like, you know how like he woke up with like the boot and like the needles in the boot. So it's like, was he involved with that? Like,
hey,
that is one of
that character was non-binary, sir, not transgender. So
okay, my bad. Thanks for clarifying.
Listen, no, just because you're into bearded ladies don't mean you can hate on
don't
the androgynous.
give any engine fluid to want to fuck something else. Just go on with your talk, Rathicon.
No, I would not fuck Max's buddy.
Yes, you would.
Okay.
No.
Yep.
Okay, that was like one of the key things though with that conversation. Like, he never mentioned anything about hurting Maximus's that's a drinking word, about his non-binary friend. Hey, Mom. Yeah, my mom just came back from work. Anyways, so
hey, Mom,
from there,
I'm just hanging out with Jeff S. TrueKnowledge,
Hey,
that crazy motherfucker that talks about fucking trannies and shit, bearded ladies and all that shit.
Hey, Mom, you want to clock in?
Wants to use condoms as fucking currency.
Hey, Mom, come and listen to this. We're an amazing thread.
Come join Jeff.
oh my god, dude.
Go listen, meet this guy that wants to bang bearded ladies. Come on, mum, come in.
That loves black midgets too.
Okay, so from that incident, I think Thaddeus actually did not hurt Maximus's friend. That maybe it could have been someone else, because if he really hurt that non-binary guy, I think he would have actually said that. Because I mean, they're in the wilderness. He's gonna die anytime. Might as well just speak out the truth. If he speak out the truth about Maximus, he could speak out the truth about that dude. So I think just indirectly, it just clarifies or helps us understand what actually happened. And it kind of adds suspicion to Max. Like maybe he actually did it. Who knows? I also liked that after...
What, he saw some dude's dick?
No, we're talking about the blade. Remember episode 1?
Oh, okay.
He woke up. Yeah. No worries, man. No worries. And then when it comes to the debate part, right, where it's like after that whole chaos with Lucy and the Ghoul's over, my favorite quote from the Ghoul.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Was, yeah, well, the wasteland has its own golden rule. Those shall get sidetracked by bullshit every goddamn time. That was like the best response after Lucy was like touting the whole golden rule stuff. Like, I think that's like the best quote of the entire show, the entire episode. And then I think it's also a reasonable reaction, especially since the drugs, they're all gone. Like, think about how a drug addict would feel if like someone took away all of his drugs. Like, he would say that stuff. He would probably be more aggressive than, ugly face cowboy. But yeah. And then let's see.
Well, he needs the drugs. He needs those in order to become non-feral, right?
Yeah.
Games, you can become a feral ghoul eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what those drugs stop off or stave off is the feral ghoul.
Yeah. And I will say, those drugs that guy was taking, I believe they're also the same drugs that like the IV in his
they were. Yeah, they were just they weren't to keep him alive or for sustenance. They were to keep him from going feral.
Even if he's buried.
They'll introduce that. I'm sure. I mean, I've only watched through episode 3, but I'm sure they're going to introduce some of this down the road.
Oh yeah,
They do.
They do. Yeah. I also like that when we go back to Vault 33, that everyone's just like too timid to offer a real idea on what to do with the raiders that they're holding captive. Because when you see those 2 council members, right? like literally, they remind me of people in high school. You have like the class president, the class vice president. Like that's how they sound like. And then I like how like the fat guy, he was saying like, a raider showed me his butthole. And then the guy with the neck brace was like, he considered it like evidence that, that guy has a desire to communicate, to reach across the cultural divide. And I'm just like thinking like, when you're on social media, like people will post inappropriate content, but like some will find it funny, some will find it offensive. Like, you can either take it seriously or not. At least like Norm takes it seriously. He's like, we should just kill these people. And then there are some people who are like, oh, we could teach them Shakespeare. We don't
call them fat people out here, sir. We call them large people.
I wasn't aware of that until now, so thank you.
Yeah, right,
Jeff
Cyber?
has true knowledge.
We're not really a big fan of calling people fat people.
It was in my notes. Apologies. Yeah, but in general, I think that seems
that
important.
Are overweight or fat, that's just how it is.
I'm just fucking with Jasmine. Come on.
Really well too. Really, really well.
Even okay, and I'm gonna say my final point here. So going back to that Vault 33, that whole council meeting, I think this is like the moment when we see an actual schism between like people who act
schism.
Like a divide, like a political divide between like the coddlers, well-meaning do-gooders, and then you have like the people who are like just action. Norm versus, those.
Norm's the best.
I know, he's like the
Norm's
only
the
one.
best.
I think
the only one.
he's gonna lead a political movement in there. I know that.
The only one.
And finally, no, I'll leave those scenes to you guys. You know what? That's all I have to say. Thank you, Cyber.
Excellent. Andres, your thoughts, sir?
Yeah. So the sequence is pretty awesome. I mean, the grabber, that creature is really spectacular. I think the show has done a really good job spending money on these creatures that we've seen so far. With that, mutated bear we saw in episode 2, and then this, it's pretty fantastic. I mean, and the makeup with the ghoul, like it's really awesome. So
and Scottie Pippen was there too. Scotty?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're losing it, sir. Losing it at this moment. Anyway, so yeah, I thought that creature was really awesome, and it reminds me of Jeff, as I say before in the chat, in private chat. So I don't know why, but I mean,
doesn't even look like me, mate.
I mean, a little bit. Like you see the front, like the front looks like you, but when you see it sideways,
I've got better hair.
I mean, that's true. He has this weird like spike thing. Oh god. I think Raph is showing us who this little creature here looks like you. But anyway, so I thought that creature was really the CGI was well done, and the suit that Max wears is actually really great. I like how practical it is. Raph, what are you doing? Are you showing me that's Jeff? My little Jeff, it's not your little brother. I think Raph is telling us that's him.
Raph the Cat is my little brother.
Anyway, yeah, and of course it was really when the ghoul catch up with Lucy, it's all break loose, and then and of course poor Lucy, who hasn't been up in the the surface, she's very like she's not yet hardened by these Western post apocalypse themes, and so she gets used, which is so sad. And her being bait makes a lot of sense. I like how the way they set up the bait, and and of course I knew when she grabbed the bag, of course the like drugs that the ghoul uses to keep him feral, as Jeff said before, is going to be really bad. And I like how we set that up as like a side mission. That's one thing I appreciate about the show, is the show really captures the feel of the video games, like in general. Like you're focusing on the main story, and then in this show you go in side tracks, which is kind of cool, like side missions you usually do when you play video games. Like I think that this episode, out of the bunch I saw, like did a good job of catching that feel of the video game, which is neat. Yeah, and then what else that was kind of cool? I did not expect the ghoul being the full out boy, the mascot that you see here at Matt's wallpaper. That was like such a cool reveal. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And the suit reveal is like, oh my god. And I like how they explained like the colors so neatly, from the flashback we saw in the beginning. It was like, oh, they modeled this this thing, this mascot of Cooper Howard. So yeah, so I think the end was really nice. Sets us up well to the next episode, which I think is my favorite. Yeah, and it adds more to the lore and the mythology of the Fallout universe that slowly into the show, and they will still continue showing us more and more from the games, which is nice. I do agree with Cyber. It is based on the Fallout 3, especially with Lucy's character of when the Fallout's getting out and doing something very different from the game. I when I was doing research, but yeah, so I fairly enjoyed the ending of this. Yeah,
Fallout 3 is a killer game. I played Fallout 3. It's fun. It's a good game.
Okay, yeah.
God damn, thank you. Take that fucking thing out of here. That shit was starting to really fucking weird. That was really weird me the fuck out, bro.
Yeah. What, it was like Chucky? It was like, oh.
I have never in my life ever done a show or ever whatnot and not had actual human beings on the panel and had like fucking stuffed animals
Jeff,
and shit.
just shut the fuck up, you drunk bastard.
I was getting fucking weirded out, bro.
You are weirded out anyway. You wanted to fuck the duck. Just a minute.
I was fixated on the duck thing. I was like, what the fuck?
Just so everyone knows, that was Howard the Duck's twice removed illegitimate half cousin's former roommate. Just to let you all know.
That's the child from when Howard the Duck banged fucking what's her name in What If, right? That's the offspring from when he banged fucking the chick from Two Broke Chicks or whatever. That actress.
Kat Dennings.
Yeah, come on, Sniper, the big titted one. You know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Yes, Kat Dennings. Yeah.
Giant boobs.
Me and Cyber had a private, personal conversation on her recently. At her boobs, they're definitely fucking really intense.
Intense.
There you go, folks.
She has a very nice shape.
All right. Excellent. All right. Jeff, since you keep blabbing your mouth, your thoughts, sir.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right. So how does this work out? What did we have? 2 questions for the whole show? It was like just 1 question, then 2 questions for the whole fucking show.
Fucking questions.
What the fuck is this? Jesus, I feel so pressed. Oh man, seriously, gave me this whole swath of episode to fuck with and shit, whatnot. I'm over here trying to fucking keep it real and shit, whatnot, with some fucking stuffed animal looking at me, staring at me and shit. I'm all fucked up. Jesus Christ. Anyways, fucking bearded ladies and shit. Matthew's fucking, trying to join me, trying to hit me up, trying to get her number. Like, shit. Bored to watch. Fucking kangaroos. Fighting them. Who knows? Anyways. Fallout Australia, baby. That's all I got to say. No, all I really have to say is just that, the series so far through episode 3 has been pretty solid. And Ella Purnell is definitely a shining beacon of nothing but just pure energy, just pure positive energy. And she really plays the character really well, I think, that they wanted it to be based off of Fallout 3, right? And the character you're in Fallout 3. When we covered The Last of Us, we did, try to make sure we people in on the panels and whatnot that had played the games. And so, I did play Fallout, right? I've played some of the games and whatnot. I've played several of them. I got pretty far in Fallout 3. Never finished it, but I got pretty far. So I do know all the game lore, as well as the intricacies of, courting bearded ladies and hanging out with Wrath of Khan, my little brother, and whatnot, and his stuffed animal friend. What's your friend's name there, Jassim?
His name is TrueKnowledge.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's a big compliment, sir. To name your stuffed animal that you sleep with and shit and whatnot with your bearded lady after me is great. So, no, I don't know about the fucking the creature, whatever the fuck it's called. I knew its name earlier, but I don't remember now.
Gobbler.
The Gobbler. It was pretty fucking like benign, right? Like having fingers in its mouth shit was pretty dope for a minute, but it ended up being pretty fucking stupid. It was only cool for a minute when it like leapt up on Max in the power armor and got all like tall and shit and whatnot. That shot was dope, right? Some good shots in this episode. But it was a very contained episode. They didn't travel a lot, right? I want to see more movement in this series. I want to see more going from place to place. This was pretty laced into one area, right? The chemistry and the dynamic between the Squire and Max, Lance or whatever, was dope. It was tangible. It was good. Their vibe was entertaining,
and it added a little something extra, I think, like to the series. In general, the Ghoul, the Ghoul and Ella Purnell dynamic in the episode in general so far doesn't do a lot for me. I feel like Ella Purnell and Max have really good chemistry together so far. From the little bit I've seen, they have like automatic chemistry, like really like kill it chemistry. I'm not feeling that same chemistry with Goggins and her, to be honest with you, on screen so far. Maybe it'll get better. I don't know. The whole, head deal, drink is dope. It's a good little ploy to add to the story. I did like and enjoy again the power armor, the T60 looked pretty dope. It looks cool, right? I do enjoy it. The scenes with it, watching it fight and shit and whatnot. The guns, I love seeing the guns. That gun that the Squire had is not from the game. I've never, at least I've never seen it before. They've had several guns from the games in the show so far. And Cyber, if you'll let me, I have that clip for episode 1 of that fight scene. That's probably one of the best action scenes in the show. I'd love to play it, sir. It made my dick hard.
Well, since you just said it made your dick hard, I don't think so, sir. That's just weird. Just bro. You can play the clip, but no dick getting hard here, okay?
Only hold your microphone, Jeff. Only hold the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem, sir. So, basically, I mean, what can I say? It's a slow episode. Slow burn, like, not a lot really happened, right? In terms of the overall story, the movement of it, right? It kind of stalls a little bit. And, maybe I'll look back at it and watch episode 4 and see episode 3, like, with a little bit more, with a little like more rosier glasses. But, it was a pretty bland episode for me. And I really don't have many comments. I don't have much to say about that ending swath, really, in general, besides what I already said. Loving Ella Purnell, killing it, right, as her character. And loving the Mass character, without question. But besides that, me and my buddy the Gobbler, my twin brother, I ain't feeling it. So there you go. Okay, USA, baby, let's do it.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and play your clip, sir?
Oh boy, this is really gonna invigorate the whole shit. I promise.
Okay. There's a program in the UK called Stars in Their Eyes, where normal members of the public go on and dress up and imitate, their favorite iconic stars. So let's see who this woman is going to be.
Και εμείς αποχαιρετούμε τη Μαντό και υποδεχόμαστε τον Stevie Wonder.
What? No. All right. Okay. So you're going to have this white woman turn into a blind black man. Really, I just want to see it just because, really? Let's see. Oh my God. Why? Why would someone do this? She's even pretending to be blind. She's got the assistant, really? Oh my God. This is wrong on so many levels, but it's really, oh my God. Stevie Wonder. Some people would say this is Karen's gone too far, but I don't even know. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous.
Stevie!
Clapping. Why are they clapping? This is stupid. This is so wrong, but I'm sorry. This is one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen.
Get it, Stevie!
No. 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 This is where you know someone's gone too far. I'm going to mute it, but let's just see her acting. This is ridiculous. She's going ham.
Okay, USA.
There you go, folks. Excellent. Very funny. All right, yeah, that's a good question there, Rathacon. Yabashiki's loincloth, is his bulge bigger than Jeff's bulge when he gets erection from that video that we just watched?
What do you mean, like? Well, listen. In comparison, are you trying to compare like me fully erect versus Yabu with like the loincloth, just normal Yabu, right? When he's not even hard, like, because I mean, his bulge is so impressive that I've got to be like fully like, erect to be able to measure up to Yabu in the bulge department.
Talking to you, Wrath.
Yeah,
that's the question.
My idle flaccid penis is not as impressive as Yabu's, but in the bulge department, unfortunately.
So when it's erect, it's bigger.
It's similar to like my Keanu Reeves pussy beard, same level.
All right. Excellent. Okay, Jeff. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see.
Stevie!
All right. Andres.
Yeah,
your
baby.
thoughts, sir.
Final thoughts?
No.
Oh, God. I can't even fucking wait for this.
I'll give this episode a 9 out of 10. I think it was a very good episode. I never have a problem with the show. It's fun, enjoyable. I'm so happy. I'm here to do the fold-out show with you guys. It's a major show. I'm so excited for the next 5 weeks.
Your first episode recap.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So it's 9 out of 10 for me.
Everything's a fucking 9 out of 10 for you, motherfucker. You could suck the bearded lady's dick and you call it a 9 out of 10.
No, that's why you remind me of the gulper, because when
right, Cyber?
When you throw up, that's how you are when you
be like,
drink,
9.
Well, fuck you motherfucking clown.
I think 9.
Yeah, 9.
I don't know, Jeff.
I'm out of 9.
Oh my god, that's you sucking your cock, sir. That's how drunk you are.
No, sir, I don't have that ability. I had a friend, a cousin back in the day in high school that could suck his own dick, but I can't do it.
Oh my god. Anyway.
All right, Matt. Thoughts, sir?
Yeah, mate, I love the series. I think it's great. I think can't wait for it to play out. I think that if we keep getting TV, I know they've already said that there's season 2's on the way, which is great, which means you're on a winner when, it's 2 weeks out and they're already greenlit season 2. So this gets 9. I think this is as good as Last of Us, for sure, this series. I think it's great. I'm really enjoying it.
Oof.
It's excellent. I think this is
Wow.
I think this is as good as it. I think and actually, I'm going to cheat because I've watched the whole lot.
Did you get knocked out by a Kang or some shit?
Mate, I've watched the whole lot, and I think this is better than The Last of Us.
Oh fuck!
I think what they do and how they interweave. They started in this episode how they interweave the Vault lore with the Surface lore. I think that it is, and there's more parallels between them than what you think, and I think that this is a better season than The Last of Us. The Last of Us was great. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, but there was a lot of filler in The Last of Us There was, and it was intermittent action. Whereas I think this is just the start. You're saying this is a filler episode. It really fucking kicks off now. And I think this episode, I think, is the episode we needed to have, because we learn a lot. The ending of this episode with Coop doing the thumbs up, and I actually even think that, I don't know if it's this credit scene where you see the street sign that has the Fallout guy like I've got, and then it's peeled away and behind it is Coop. So it's been painted over with the new logo doing the thumbs up. So I think it's really cool. This is excellent. I really enjoyed this episode. 9 out of 10.
So we got 2 9s out of 10 so far. Nice. All right, Wrath of Khan.
I will give this episode a...
Man, I thought it was going to me. The fuck?
Wait, you said Wrath of Khan.
Yes, I did. I'm not going
Yeah, it's your turn, motherfucker.
I'm not gonna let him fucking talk. Your turn, Khan.
Yeah, let's go, Cyber. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 as well. I've seen the whole series, but what I like is that in general, as you go through all the episodes, like, they're really cooking something big for the end. You know, it's not like this episode where in the beginning I thought, okay, she got the head. Yeah, this plot has to end. Something new will come up. But no, they stick to the main plot and they keep cooking it. So it's like the longer you cook it, the better. And this show just does a fantastic job of it. And if you're not begging for a second season, by at least the end of this episode, I'm like, you need to rewatch it again, because at least by this episode, you should be like, okay, I want a season 2, a season 3, season 4, season 5. Like, so good. I give it a chef's kiss. That's all I'm say.
Okie dokie. Thank you. So 3 9 out of 10s. Ooh, that's pretty good so far. I'm going to throw in the mix here. I give it a 10, simply for the fact because the exploding head. I'm sorry. That was got to be the best action scene of these 3 episodes. That was freaking awesome. And then I got to give it to the axolotl gobbler character too. Basically giving it fingers as teeth instead of actual teeth, and yet calling it a gobbler because basically like gobbles its prey. You know, which really, I'm like, if you were to be attacked by a bear, a shark, you know, something that has razor sharp teeth. Basically, if you get attacked by a gobbler, you can kind of survive it if you got swallowed. I feel like you could probably break yourself out of that thing. So, I think that alone right there garners to the number 10 for me. So I give it a 10 just simply for that great brain smashing. It was just fantastic because, I mean, however they constructed that, whoever the special effects artist was for this episode, who created that exploding head, perfectly created what it would probably be like if a head was exploded by a giant metal arm like that. That was just freaking fantastic. Excellent. And I have to agree with what Matt was saying, that yes, I definitely find these first 3 episodes of Fallout superior to The Last of Us, the whole entire season. So I agree with him. This is utterly fantastic so far, even just these 3 episodes. And it's going to be fun to see a second season as well, as everyone has said. All right, sir, True Knowledge. What do you give it, sir? A 5, a 3, a 2?
I'm giving a daddy award to all you motherfuckers. Every one of you motherfuckers is getting a daddy tonight, just to be clear. For all your fucking bullshit, fucking 10, 9 fucking ratings and shit, whatnot, all this shit. Fucking, I'm throwing daddies on all you motherfuckers. You feel me? Daddy time, baby. There we go.
That's okay.
Right?
In the chat later, he'll change his mind, saying, "You know, after I look back at it, it's actually a little better than I thought."
I'm giving.
He's a fucking Andres.
I'm giving full certificates. You know, free certificates for She-Hulk, the Savage She-Hulk massaging spa to all you niggas. All right, you feel me? For some fucking savage 1 hour fucking forehand fucking or nothing special shit over there, and you're not gonna like it. I'm telling you right now. All right, you feel me? It's not good. It's fucking She-Hulk, baby. You know, you give the happy ending to her. That's how it works. Just to be clear. But anyways, so Sorry about that M-bomb, folks. I had to just drop that real quick just to make sure I keep YouTube, make sure they're keeping it real and whatnot, everything, and, making sure everything's going all right. Because, you know what I'm saying? Got to make sure shit's straight. So, I just slip that in there just to check it out. But anyways, I'll drop a solid 6.5 and 2 bearded ladies and 1 fucking stuffed animal on the panel. On this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I must say that I really enjoyed playing the drinking game with my second alcoholic beverage, which was much less like intense and high alcohol content. That first one, Cyber made me slam that bitch almost. And it kind of scared me a little bit. I was getting fucked up real quick. So I had to eat some pizza and shit. So, had to keep it real, and switch it over to the lower alcohol.
Can't hold his liquor.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. Can't hold it. I've only drank alcohol on every fucking show ever in the history of the MCU'S Bleeding Edge ever, right, Cyber? But no, I definitely can't handle my alcohol. Nope. Just because I puked off of fucking whatever the fuck that nasty shit is called that one night. That shit that fucking Raymond loves.
Wait, you puked on the show?
Yeah, I puked fucking the first time we ever fucking played the drinking game. I think it was, whatever, whatnot. I puked.
On the show? On the show?
No,
after.
Well, that's got to be the bar. The bar is that you need to puke on the show during the drinking game.
I mixed liquor. I mixed liquor and beer. I pre-gamed with liquor, and then we went into the drinking game of the show, and we drank Voodoo Ranger, or whatever the fuck, fruity ale, beer or whatever. And oh my god, man, that combination, I was fucking hammered. I puked that night for like the first time in 15 years. So there you go.
Was it Pacific Rim that we did the drinking game?
Well, we did the drinking game in Pacific Rim, yes, but that was the one that I puked after.
Hold on, let me check. Because
that was one where I gave She-Hulk a blowjob to close the show out. You know what I'm saying? I gave her a happy ending. So I'm gonna add that to my rating. There you go. One She-Hulk happy ending blowjob on top of my rating. There you go. And I want to say thank you very much to Cyberneticshark, sir. Great job moderating tonight. With the 2 fucking questions for the whole show. I love that shit. And thank you for not giving me any shit with bringing up the flashback shit when I didn't know what the fuck even happened in the episode. Matthew, thank you, sir, for being an asshole. I'm the pop culture guy. Time cop, sir. You get honestly, Andres, you get a fucking I want none of those, motherfucker, on top of you, Danny. And Rear at the Con, say hi to the bearded lady. And we get that.
Oh, I will. Yeah, I'm not gonna get sore throat this time when I see her again.
I hope not, with that big dick in your throat. I mean, fuck.
What's so funny, guys?
I know, seriously.
Jasmine's going to take him on a magic carpet ride.
Oh my, bro, no.
Cyber's Mr. Poker Face these days.
Oh dear.
Cyber's Mr. Stick in the Mud.
Oh dear.
Well, somebody's got to be the serious one, and somebody's got to be the idiot. What do you expect? Can't be the other.
Oh dear.
You gotta have the straight guy. You gotta have the straight guy and the crazy guy.
That's me read the guy after the show from the bearded lady.
Wow.
No.
From all angles, baby.
Look, there you go.
You sure it's not you?
Huh? So the winner tonight is Rathacon.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Jasmine.
Because he put up duck that freaked out TrueKnowledge. So that right there won the instant award right there. And so all second place is everyone else but Jeff. He's in third.
He deserves it. He deserves it anyway. Wrath the Cat deserves it anyway. He deserves it.
Don't worry about it, sir.
Okay, so I'll be generous here. I'll only talk about the dinner, so everyone else can take all the other parts.
Oh, you're such a gentleman.
I'm always a gentleman. Okay, so let's talk about the dinner. So, firstly, what was with the seating arrangement? Like, you have on one side Buntaro and Omi, and on the other side you had Maiko and Blackthorn. Like, shouldn't Buntaro and Maiko be together? Maybe include Blackthorn as well, all in one side, not like separate them. Like,
Then that wouldn't create the tension then.
Well, I think that Toranaga is bad with seating arrangements. Just right there. Just that in of itself. If Toranaga wants peace in his army, he should let them sit together. I'll just say that. That's the first thing I noticed. Secondly, wait, what's funny about
that was a little bit of lip service and whatever for you winning your first Shogun award. Right.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
You've been killing it, sir.
Thank you. With your guidance, I've been killing it.
Well, excellent. Excellent, folks. There. So anyways, Jeff, there, sir. Why don't you take us out, sir?
No problem, sir. Are we going to Denny's or Waffle House?
IHOP.
Okay, I wasn't sure where we were going really, but anyways. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Plugs. My bad, folks. I apologize. I'm just pop culture guy, sir. You want to start?
Sure.
Are you sure, sir? Okay, well, just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, well, you could have been busy over there. I don't know.
Time traveling. That's the usual.
Watching 3 movies at the same time, time traveling.
Well, no, my wife is watching 3 movies now. Where I'm doing my job here is monitoring the panel.
Oh, you're monitoring the panel. Okay.
Oh yeah, secretly.
Good
anyway,
to know.
Yeah, good to know. Anyway, so hello guys, Andreas Pole Culture Guy. Thank you so much for you guys to join us for Fallout Episode 3 recap. I'm up to the 934 subscribers, almost there. Just recently post my new video today of The Shadow, the 1994 classic cult film starring Alec Baldwin. Fantastic cult film. If you haven't seen, it's its 30th anniversary. Came out in 1994. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. Please support me. Hit that mark, as you know, Cyber just hit it this recently. Help him as well to reach the 2 mark for YouTube. Yeah, and so Matt, it was great to see you again, brother. It was so happy. I was so happy you were here. Same thing, Raph. I was so happy to see you again after 2 days after Shogun. Because there was no way I can survive tonight with this guy, Jeff Knowledge. But anyway, that's not the point. Thank you guys.
There you go. Whatever he said. Anyways, I love you. I love you, Andres.
I love you too.
Bored to watch. Oh, I know you love me. Bored to watch a movie podcast is the what happens to be where Matthew hosts. And, I've been on there. I've guested there. I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. Few motherfuckers have ever populated Bored to Watch, right? But I've been on that bitch. So just to be clear, I have. So, they got some dope-ass content out there. And they're already 11,000 plus subscribers in a year plus. So what's up, Matthew?
Yeah, g'day guys. Matt from Born to Watch. Thanks for having me on again. Thank you, Jasmine, for inviting me on. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you guys. Enjoying thoroughly breaking down Fallout, but on Born to Watch, what do we got this week? Have any of you guys seen the Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver yet?
No.
Well, we're about to tear it a new asshole tomorrow, and release an episode on that because it is absolutely horrendous. But
I really don't want nothing to do with it. It just like comes out whenever I hear about it. All I hear about is how fucking horrible it is.
Yeah, it's not it's not Jasmine, chill out, brother. It's not good. They didn't need to make one, but they're now talking about making a third and a fourth. But it's terrible. We're also doing for Star Wars Day. We're doing The Empire Strikes Back this week coming as well. So we're a bit more excited about that one.
Matt, you did your Kickmaster full movie review? Oh shit!
Yeah, we did Kickboxer. That was a lot of fun. Obviously, we're
Is that like a fucking lock and you kick it? Kickmaster?
Kickmaster, motherfucker.
Yeah, we haven't done Kickmaster yet, but we've done Kickboxer. That was a lot of fun.
That's fun.
We all kicked the Whittle palm tree and had a lot of fun with that one.
I blame I'm the pop culture guy for that slip up. It's actually called Kickmaster, folks.
Are you gonna blame Andreas for everything?
Yes, I will. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're slowly moving towards going live on YouTube, but you can get us. Most of our episodes go on YouTube, but you can get us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get any of audio podcasts as well. But follow us along. We're having a lot of fun.
They need me over there. I've got to instigate this whole live switch with these guys. I'm telling you. I got to jump in there kangaroo style and shit with kangaroo spirit.
Yeah, Jeff, you gave a great help for our Lord of the Rings Two Towers episode, no doubt.
Oh yeah, I mean I said some fucked up shit.
Yeah, you were in the mines of Moria.
What were some of my hits? I mean, you tell the guys. I mean, I said some pretty raunchy shit. What'd your buddy think? I was all fucked up.
Well, we enjoyed how you were able to draw parallels between the quest to midget sex quite often.
Sucking midget dick and all kinds of shit. Yeah, it was great.
It was interesting.
I really contributed hardcore with that shit. There you go, Cyberneticshark, sir. Great intro for you, sir. Here you go. How are you?
There you go. Yeah. So how's it doing, other folks? If you enjoy me moderating or on the panel, you can check out my solo content. Find me under Cyberneticshark under YouTube, TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, pretty much anywhere. Patreon. As you can see there, I just uploaded today my trailer reaction to Fly Me to the Moon film that's coming out. It's about faking the moon landing, which looks absolutely hilarious. It's like a comedy, I guess.
It does.
With Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson. And also Woody Harrelson and Ray Romano. That was an interesting cast. But anyways, that I just popped that up, my trailer reaction for that, if you want to check it out. If you haven't seen my Godzilla Kong New Empire review, definitely check that out too as well. Really fun film.
Cyber, what'd you think of the Crow trailer?
I love the Crow trailer. I can't wait to see it. Anyways,
okay.
If you haven't seen The Toxic Avenger, you can check out my short about that. Just recently watched that. And Abigail, which came out theaters last weekend, a new film from Radio Silence that did the last two Scream films and Ready or Not. Really great film, really fun. Actual review will be up soon. Migration. If you love animated films, definitely check that out on Peacock, people. It's worth the watch. It's a really funny film. And also Late Night with the Devil. If you have Shudder TV, if you have Shudder, definitely check that film out. That movie has got to be one of the best horror films that I've seen in the last 5 years. It is amazing. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We'll have a full review of that soon, eventually too, as well. But yeah, if you haven't seen my content, definitely check it out, people.
Hell yeah, baby. You know it. All right. Wrath of Khan, sir, why don't we skip your plug since you just have the Twitter thread, movie review thing and whatnot and everything. And you don't want me eviscerating it and shit and, adding it to like.
Oh, you can eviscerate if you want. Yeah, feel free to show it.
No. That's all right. I actually have some plugs this week. I do. I'm plugging an Asian massage parlor, for a shock, in Tampa.
Not a shock at all.
Full massage and spa, sport massage, body massage in, right? Let's check it out. Holiday stress, we got you. There we go. Massage Heights, baby. Yep. That's it. No, that looks too legit to me. I don't like that. That's too sweet. That's too sweet and clean, folks. We would never endorse a massage parlor that's not, four hands or nothing friendly. So either way, I just want to go ahead and shout out and plug really quick the MCU'S YouTube channel and podcast. We are, of course, going to be doing, Fallout all the way through the entire series, week to week. So next week will be episode 4. It'll be a great show. I'll be moderating. Moderation will fall down a little bit and whatnot, right? With no cyber, but we'll be okay. And here we go. Massive star, Tampa. Erotic massage. Perfect. So, bottom line, this Monday coming up, we actually have a wonderful show. We have SMed 97, episode 6. Andres and I will be doing it. Mr. Time Cop, Time Lord, sir. We'll be getting after it. Killing it. Talking some Deadpool, Wolverine, trailer talk and shit and whatnot. And some, some fandom pop culture news and shit and whatnot. And then we have our Shogun finale. That's Wednesday, which is going to be a wonderful show. And everybody's hyped for that. Rathacon, you're not going to be there, brother. I'm sure you're going to be watching.
No,
right?
I'm going to take a vacation.
You're already on vacation. Are you going to watch the show, sir?
I'm going to watch the show at the beach.
At the beach? Wow. With the bearded lady and Stevie Wonder?
Oh, no. They're going to be a lot hotter this time.
Okay, well, there's my final plug. Japanese spa right here in Tampa. There's no building, so it's really illicit. It's very, illegal, right?
Back of the car.
It's just a parking lot, right?
It's in the cars. It's in the cars, literally.
They come to you.
It's closed, but it was not. So look, let's be honest here. The reviews say it's in the middle of being remodeled, great space, great price, whatever the fuck that means. I love this place for every penny of them $80. There was a room big enough for a party of 5, which was nice. Okay. They have amenities, a restroom, and wheelchair accessible restroom. And there you go.
There you go, folks.
You can pick one of these 3 vehicles for your massage.
Yep.
It's a nice Porsche.
Do you get a Hummer in the Hummer?
Yep, and a little kangaroo on the side.
Excellent.
Yeah, the happy ending is guaranteed. The parking lot massage parlor.
The whole massage is the happy ending.
Well, yeah, it's hot there in the parking lot. Gas prices be what they are. You got to run the AC the whole time. There you go. Anyway, so there you go, folks. We love all of you. We love Stevie Wonder. God rest his soul. Very talented woman there in that video. Great show.
You say God rest his soul. He's still alive.
Oh, I don't know. Who fucking cares? Whatever.
I'm sure Stevie does.
Stevie. Anyway, so there you go. All right, Stevie, you're alive. I'm sorry. I apologize. We love you, folks. We love Fallout. We can't wait to do another fucking episode. It's great. Hats up to the panel. Hats up to Cyberneticshark. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful weekend. Right? We'll see you next week. Get after it. Go to a massage parlor, baby. Fight a kangaroo. Let's do it. Let's fucking go, baby. That's it. We're done fucking around over here. Let's get it.